Hi everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World on the Off-Grid Project. It is a scorcher in the tiny house on wheels today because it's relatively warm outside. It is late in the afternoon. I'm finally grabbing my camera and I'll get to that in a minute. It is dark out there, but it was not so dark earlier and I have halfway decent battery power. I have been running the roads this morning, taking care of some business, and working with some friends and wheeling and dealing, none of which is important to video or interesting for that matter, but here I am. Let's go have a look at the solar power. We have a caution light on the solar charge controller, 12.8 volts, 20 whopping watts of power coming in this afternoon. That's going to be about it. I had about 100 watts at one point, but it's been a pretty dark day. The batteries are not doing too bad, so well, we'll survive. We'll get through. I've been sprouting. I just cleared it off and then I realized I should grab the camera. This is chia seeds. They're sprouting beautifully. And then down here I have some spelt. This is take 2 on the spelt. Let me show you what happened with my first attempt. It got fuzzy. The warmth in my tiny house on wheels makes it very, very hard to do sprouts. So you can't put them outside at this time of year because it's too cold, and you can't keep them indoors because it's too hot in my tiny house on wheels. And this is the result. So this is take 2 on spelt. And I've got chia ready to eat. Now, best is if you rinse them twice a day, but when you're off the grid and your water is limited, I do it once a day. And that's fine until it starts to actually grow, and then you've got to be quick about it, because this is what happens. Your sprouts start to grow in ways you don't want them to grow and get fuzzy and turn into like furry little pets. And that's not advantageous. So I'm going to have to sterilize that container there. But these are doing well. Later on, I'm going to be rinsing these out with new water. So I'll show you as I do that if I remember. By the way, I've been watching my old videos and remembering how I used to do videos. And I'm going to try to be getting back to that, which is basically showing you everything I do all day. Grab the camera for everything instead of forgetting the camera. And right now what I'm doing is looking at my sprouts. So I'm going to take you with me wherever I go from now on. Except for when I'm talking to people off the homestead who don't want to be on video. I'm sure that's understandable. Right now I'm clearing out the study and I'm piling up all the boxes and tools and equipment and things by the doorway that do not belong in the tiny house on wheels. Baby, get off the table. There's a wire, and there's electronics boxes, and there's empty boxes, and all kinds of stuff that doesn't need to be in the house. There's all tools and electronics and equipment and things that don't belong in the house. The tiny house loft has become a storage catch-all for everything possible, and I've got to empty that all out so I can finish the walls in there. And then I've got to put up handrails along the edges of the loft. I want to get that done before Melanie arrives, because I would hate to have her fall down from upstairs. And I risk my own life, but I am not going to risk hers. So I hope to have the upstairs finished, and somewhat. I mean, the paneling and the ceiling won't be done. I don't have the money for the ceiling, so that's not happening anytime soon. But anyway, I will get the walls done. And the paneling I'll do later, and the ceiling I'll do later. But I'm going to get the walls and the hand railing done as soon as possible here. And that means taking all this stuff out of here that's been stored all this time and emptying out the room so I can get to work. Now that my wood shop is ready to roll, I've got to get that room emptied out. All tools and equipment and stuff is coming out, and construction supplies. Well, one of the things with a tiny house is that it's little, and it's actually easier for me to get this stuff down like this rather than running all the way around And because this house is so small, I can't really get everything in view. I can't get the camera back far enough in view. So what I'm doing is making loud noises and scaring the cats. That was not my intention. But that's why I'm doing this from up here rather than from walking all the way around and down the stairs. Because these things are actually sort of heavy. There goes Felix. Oh, terror, panic. Felix is running in circles, not knowing where to go. Horrified, poor little Felix. It's okay, Felix, you're good. You'll survive. You're gonna live. Not sure about me, but Felix is gonna survive. Alright. All this stuff has to come out of here so that I have room to work in here. Oh, there goes Baby Cat hiding too now. Now actually, Baby Cat I think is curious. Yeah, all this stuff, all the extra bits and pieces. Actually, radiant foil. Not sure if I want to pull that out yet. Radiant foil, because I'll be doing that in a few minutes. The extra piece of insulation from the roof. I can't do it alone. And it's just taking up space in here. And spewing fiberglass pieces everywhere. That's going out the door for now. That's not nice. All that junk. Gotta clean this place up. We gotta get ready for construction. So, I'm gonna empty out this room. I've got a lot of stuff stored up here. It really became a catch-all. And then the cats knocked everything down. So, I've got to get this place ready to roll. And then start building in here. So I've got a lot of boxes up there now. You know, when you're building a house slowly and you don't have anywhere to put stuff that's really safe from rodents and all that junk, like the insulation, you keep it indoors, you know. That's what an attic ends up being anyway. But this is my study, and I need my study freed up to be used as a study now. So, that's all I can reach from here. Hi, baby cat. Come here. Psst, psst. Hey, say hi to the camera. Everybody's looking at you. There's my baby. I don't know if you can see her. She's up here looking around. It's like, what's going on? Alright, I've got to get this stuff out and clear my pathway up there. All this stuff is going in the workshop so that I can, let me pause the camera. All that's going in the new workshop so that I can work on it out there, cut the pieces as needed, and bring in only the strips needed for finishing the walls. Finally, the walls have never been insulated. I want to do it and try to plow along and get this through. I gotta get through this and get it done. Now I got my headphones on so I can't hear myself think. I've got to cut up a little bit more firewood because it's a nice day. Perfect day for that. I've got a method that I just figured out. Now, eventually I'm going to raise this idea up so I don't have to work on my back so bad. I hope you can hear me and understand me because I can't hear myself. I'm going to try to, I can't reach my tripod in the house without undressing or taking out my shoes, which is a nightmare to deal with these boots. These are steel-toed and they lace up hard. Anyway, I'm going to find a way to prop this camera up and see if I can show you what I'm doing here. Now maybe I got an idea. Can you see me? I can't tell. Let me pause the camera. I can't even see. I can't even see myself. All these things are blurry. I got a screen eye protector. Now this is what happens when you use alcohol in your gas. The saw is running rough. I've got to get it cleaned out and get alcohol-free fuel. Oh, come on. A lot of these were just a tiny bit too long for my wood stove, so they were rejects this whole time. All winter, these just had a little bit too long. And now they'll burn. There's another couple days burning. Now I'll get back upstairs. I feel good and satisfied. I did some hardcore outdoor work finally. And I've got an idea I've been working on. I love it. I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm gonna make a workbench where it won't be such back-breaking work to cut little logs like this. And this pallet is the perfect idea. What I was thinking is some kind of a V-tape type form to hold the logs in place, and then just run the saw through and cut. I think maybe a spring mechanism or a rubber tie-down strap, so that I can, on the workbench I'll have a spot to set my saw where it's out of the way, and I can leave it running, and then I can lift the strap and slide the log in. That way it doesn't fall off on the last cut. But the idea, there's the beginnings of a good idea. And then the V is always going to get wrecked with time, and all I have to do is just nail on new boards as I go. It's pallet wood. Doesn't cost a thing. So, well, that feels good. The saw my dad gave me, people were asking about it. It was like new, and he never ran any alcohol gas in it, or yeah, alcohol. That's 10% ethanol garbage. So anyway, I'm going to have to clean it out, and I found a place that sells alcohol-free gas. So I will be using that from now on. And here we go. That's a few days of burning there. And it's all wood that I've had piled up. So I've just got to bring it on over and keep cutting at it while the weather holds. But I don't think we're going to get any snow this year anymore. We're getting into February. We could still get some hardcore snow, but this week is and next week is looking like 40s and up into the 50s. So we'll see how it goes. I'll just keep cutting.